3 Muslim women dressed in black attacked and stabbed a woman in London yesterday while reportedly chanting about Allah and the Quran. But notice which part the BBC left out in this interview with eyewitness Carrie Stevens.
3 young girls in their 20s, Asian, were following her, and they attacked her from behind, dragged her to the floor and then kicked her, punched her, and then one of them got a knife out and slashed her arm.
Watch it again. There's clearly a jump in the video where they've cut something out.
Attacked her from behind, dragged her to the floor, attacked her from behind, dragged her to the floor and then attacked her from behind, dragged her to the floor.
Here's the same woman in a different interview.
She was walking to work quite casually because it was a lovely bright day from the station, and that 3 girls were behind her. She hadn't taken much notice of it. They were obviously chanting. She didn't know at that moment what they were chanting, and then all of a sudden they attacked her saying Allah, Allah, and then obviously she was on the floor and they were punching, kicking her, and then one of them got a knife out and cut her from her wrist up to her elbow.
Oh, spot the difference.
They attacked her saying Allah, Allah. Attacked her from behind, dragged her to the floor. They attacked her saying Allah, Allah.
She also made reference to the Allah and Quran chants in an interview with the London Evening Standard. Quote, they were shouting about Allah, that and the Quran. So the BBC has deliberately edited out eyewitness testimony to censor the fact that the attackers mentioned Allah and the Quran while they were stabbing the woman. This is huge. And the issue is not even whether the attackers made reference to Allah or not. The issue is that the BBC deliberately censored the statement of someone who said that. Imagine if there were reports the attackers had shouted Britain first. Not only would the BBC not hide it, it would be in their frigging headline. On their own website, the BBC reports the incident is being treated as a hate crime and includes the report of the attackers referencing Allah and the Quran. So why did they edit it out of their interview with the eyewitness? And if it's being treated as a hate crime, that means the Allah statements must have been made. So why is the BBC hiding them? When confronted on this, the BBC's Daniel Sandford sarcastically snapped, "We actually check stories before we publish," before later claiming the police advised against using the Allah quote. Well, 1, the BBC website is reporting it, so they must have checked before publishing, and 2, if the police are saying it's a hate crime, then the Allah statements must have been made. This isn't about the Allah quote being dubious. Again, whether it was said or not isn't the issue. The issue is the BBC deliberately censored the part of the interview with Carrie Stevens where she mentioned the Allah quote because it didn't fit the BBC's agenda.
Attacked her from behind, dragged her to the floor, attacked her from behind, dragged her to the floor, and then...
After being pressed on why the Allah part was obviously cut out of the interview, Sandford just insulted the journalist asking him the question and then said it was his day off. And again, imagine if 3 white people had viciously stabbed a Muslim woman in the street while reportedly chanting right-wing slogans. It would be a huge national news story, whereas this has been all but buried. And let's not forget, the BBC is also sitting on footage from the London Bridge attack of the terrorists shouting, "This is for Allah."
When you're saying they were stabbing everyone, what did you actually see them do?
They were running up going, "This is for Allah." When they first see him, they went, "This is for Allah," and they run up, they stabbed this girl.
Why haven't they released that? Just a few days ago, CNN was caught staging a Muslim anti-terror protest, and their denial was pathetic. Imagine if Tommy Robinson held an anti-Sharia protest. Would the police allow Tommy and other protesters through a cordon? Would CNN carefully organise and direct the protesters to get the best shot? No. They were clearly trying to contrive and arrange this so they could push a narrative. Just like the BBC censored this interview to push a narrative. And the narrative is always that terrorism has nothing to do with Islam. This time they were caught. But how many other times are they going to do this without being called out on it?